Business Now is brought to you by Nextel. You've never used a phone like this before. And by Ernst & Young LLP, from thought to finish. And by TD Waterhouse, the world's second largest discount broker. And now, here's Karen Ryan.
We've reported a lot on this program about recruiting and retaining employees. This is especially tough in the high-tech sector. So what is driving employees to stay loyal to their company? We think we found the secret, and it's more than cold hard cash.
In this company parking space, the number of Mercedes sedans is no coincidence, and the cars don't belong to the clients. Instead, it's the top-performing employees at Novasoft Information Technologies who drive them. In the hot and highly competitive IT consulting field, it's one way to try to keep talented workers.
If you meet your objectives, then you get your vacation for 2 overseas. If you do better, then you can even get a C-Class Mercedes. And if you are really top, then you can get E-Class Mercedes.
Motivating employees with vacations, laptops, and cars isn't just good for morale, it's also good for the bottom line. Hardworking employees translate into more business, and more business is helping the company grow its revenues at a rate of 300% a year. Revenues in 2000 are expected to top $28 million.
Right now, the speed is at premium. Everybody wants to really jump onto the .com bandwagon. Novasoft is in the business of providing solutions and building bridges between has-been technologies and would-be technologies.
The company's solutions focus on customer relationship management, enterprise resource planning, e-business, and technical education and training. Industry focus is in the financials, life sciences, and manufacturing. Novasoft is also a bond-certified application service provider. One company tapping into all this expertise is Fuller Bulk Handling, a Bethlehem, Pennsylvania company that designs and engineers industrial systems and equipment. Cement, chemical, oil, and power plant companies use Fuller systems for air pollution control and the storage, moving, and mixing of plastics, sand, and other bulk materials. Until recently, Fuller had 3 separate computer systems for its financial, administrative, and drafting and engineering functions.
These systems were good, but they weren't totally integrated. Many times we had to transfer same information between the 3 systems rather than having it in one common database. Many times information, while being transferred, would miss some of the details, which would cause gaps in those individual disciplines.
To integrate the systems, the company purchased an enterprise resource planning package called BON. It hired a consulting company to do the implementation. But after more than a year, when the program still hadn't been installed, Fuller turned to Novasoft. Its team of consultants, working with Fuller, finished the initial installation in 4 months. Now Fuller's 160 employees are in the loop, no matter where they are.
It allows the people out in the field to actually log into the system where they can look at this data, pull up drawings, and see what needs to be revised or what parts they really need. So it'll help the whole company in the long run, and that they can also look at expanding later using the internet to do part of their sales leads.
Doing whatever it takes to give the customer what it wants and more is a value that comes from the top.
We do not mind really working round the clock in order to earn a client, and we will bend backward to really earn the right to acquire a piece of business.
One of the tools the CEO uses to manage his young team is a balanced scorecard that tracks client and employee acquisition, retention and satisfaction, as well as new service offerings.
Service. You know, that's the bottom line, personal service. That's very important. Because usually if you're dealing with computers, you're dealing with mission-sensitive things.
Luxury car incentives, a management scorecard, and a bell that rings when new clients are signed are things you won't find at most companies. But at Novasoft Information Technologies, it's part of the whatever-it-takes mentality that is helping the company succeed. I'm Alice Look for Business Now.